Welcome back to the Crochet Crowd as well as my friends over at yarnspirations.com. I'm your host Mikey. Today we're going to work on Jeannie's pattern. This is my assistant and she did the Hugs and Kisses baby blanket. As you see, loads of texture. This is really quite popular on Ravelry as well. And today we're going to talk about changing the sizes of this if you wish. And all she used in here was Caron Baby Cakes. But if you'd like to use Caron Cakes in any way, the colors are changing on its own as it's coming out of the ball. So you see like there's pink puffs here and then it changes over. That's not her changing, it's the yarn changing. And it provided a really amazing look. So there's a sequence of rows and that repeat each other. So I'm going to take you through the sequence one time, and then you can continue to repeat those. And it's really quite an easy pattern to be able to remember too. So without further ado, let's break down the pattern a little bit and let's talk to you about the multiples. So let's talk to you about the multiples. On the edges here, you're going to notice that there's a partial way of a wave going up, and on the other side it's also a partial on this side. So the repeat pattern that you see here is a repeat pattern of 28. So if you would like to change the size of this, you chain in multiples of 28. So go 1, 2, 3, 4 all the way to 28, and then if you want it bigger, 1, 2, 3, 4 all the way to 28 again, and then continue to go. Once you're satisfied with the total length of the chain, then you will just chain 18 more, and then that'll put you in balance in order to start this particular one. You'll notice that this is going up and down, so when you're chaining, you'll think that, oh, it's way too big, but once you start this motion going up and down, you'll notice that it will condense. So consider that also when you're doing that. So with a 5mm size H crochet hook, you can use your Caron Cakes if you like to, the baby cakes as well, and those are pretty awesome. A 5mm size hook, as I mentioned. Today on camera, just for ease, I'm going to be using Caron 1-pound yarn, and you'll see the texture come across really easy, and it's a very quick and easy pattern to be able to remember too. So without further ado, let's get started. So let's begin. You can either chain 158 for Jeannie's size, or you can do in the multiples of sizes that she's suggesting is that it's multiples of 28 plus 18. So all we would do for multiples, if you want to do the whole size Afghan, just chain 158, but if you want to customize it, do in 28. So go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, and 28. So there is the multiple of 1. Just remember though, once it bends, it's not as wide as you may think it is. So just be careful with that when you do that. So you go in multiples of 28, and then when you're satisfied with it, you're going to add 18 to the end of your chain, so which I'm going to do now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18. So this is your multiple. We have one multiple then of 28, and then the others are just going to be just kind of like sides, just small ones, just like you see. It's kind of like that. So without further ado, let's begin row number 1. And again, you can go as long as you need to, but I'm just going to show you the demonstration of how to be able to go, because once you understand how to do it one time, you can repeat it all the way across. So let's begin row number 1. So let's begin row number 1. 4th chain from the hook, you're going to double crochet. So count it back. So 1, 2, 3, and there's the 4th one. And I'm just going to get the back loop only, and I'm going to double crochet. So as per Jeannie, it means that there's 2 double crochets right into the corner, right into the edge, and that's correct too. I've also verified her counts. So in the next 5 chains, you're going to put 1 double crochet each. So let's do that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So we've actually been heading downhill, even though you can't see it at this point, but you can kind of see it there. So you see this has got 2 double crochets into this one, so you can see that it wants to lean downward. So now we're at the bottom of the valley. So the next 3 are going to be 3 together for double crochet. So 3 double crochet together. So you're going to wrap the hook and going into the first chain, insert in, pull through 2 and hold it. And do the next chain the same way. So wrap into the next chain, pull through 2 and hold it. And keep doing that until you get 4 loops on the hook. So wrap into the next chain, pull through 2 and hold it. So now these three are going to become together as one, so just pull through all 4 loops, and now those 3 just became one. So now you're going to head up the hill. Okay, so whenever you're heading up the hill in this one, except for if you're on the edge, okay, so if you're on an edge then it doesn't matter, but going up the hill there will always be 12 double crochets. So let's go up the hill. So 1, so just continuing along the chain, 2, 3, this is 4, that's 5, 6, this is 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. So we did 12 in a row. Doesn't look like we're going uphill, but if you look at it from this point of view, you definitely went uphill. So at the top of the next one, which is the next one here, you're going to put in 3 double crochets into the same one. So 1, 2, and 3. So how many double crochets do you need to go down the hill if you went up 12 on one side? You have to go 12 to go down. So let's do that. So 12 double crochets going down. So 1, just follow the chain, 2, 3, 4, this is 5, 6, this is 7, 8, 9, this is 10, 11, and 12. So if you were continuing in the multiples, the next 3 are going to become together anyway. So you put the next 3 together. So let's do that. You already know how to do it. So wrap them through, pull through 2 and hold it, and continue the next one. Wrap through, pull through 2 and hold it, and wrap through, pull through 2 and hold it, and then pull through all 4 loops. So what you can have is that here is your multiple. So if you're going back up the hill, then it'll be 12, and then the next one will be 3 double crochets and then 12 back down, and then at the very base again the next 3 after you get your 12 will come together. So you're just going to go in up and down motion all the way across. But now if you're at the very end of here, let's just review on how to finish it. So the next 5 in a row will each be 1 double crochet. So this is only if you're on the edge. This is 2, 3, 4, and 5, and the final stitch, okay, the final one here will have 2 double crochets in it. And if you remember, the way that you started is that you did 4 chain from the hook of double crochet. That means that there's 2, it counted as 2 as being in the same stitch, so the last one must have that too. So this is what it looks like here. So you have a big upward incline, okay, and this 2 are smaller on the outsides, and that makes it in balance as you're going all the way around, so as you're going all the way across. So let's review then the next row, row number 2, which is really quite a simple one to be able to do. So let's turn our work in row number 2 is going to be coming across, and we do row number 2 several times within the repeat pattern as well. So this is how we do row number 2. We just chain up 1, and it's going to be a single crochet row. So the first one will have 2 single crochets into the same one. So 1 and 2. So instead of 2 double crochets into the same one, it's going to be 2 singles this time. And then the next 5 in a row will each be a single. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So we're now at the bottom of it. You can see how the 3 are acting as 1, and then you got 1 on each side. So those are going to be 3 together single crochet this time. So insert into the first one, pull through, insert to the next one, pull through, and then the next one, pull through, and you have 4 loops on your hook, and just pull through all 4, and that was 3 together for single crochets. So how many single crochets do you have to travel up the hill? Well, it's 12. So it's always going to be that 12. So 1, 2, and in time you won't need to count as you're going all the way up, because you can see the signs of it when you get all the way to the top anyway. So you'll be able to do it. So I'm not counting because I'm confident in my own ability that I can find it. So how do you know where to find it? The top one. If you remember that you put 3 single or double crochets into the same one, so the middle one of the 3 must be the very top of the hill. So if you're not sure by that, you can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. So the next one is going to have 3 single crochets whenever you're on the top of the hill in the middle of the row. So you're going to come down the row and you're going to put 12 in there. Again, I'm not going to count. I'm just going to look for the signs. So you just go up and down the same thing all the way across your row. And you're going to look for, you can either count it 12 down, or you can look for the signs of where the 12th, where the 13th, 14th, and the 15th are, because the 3 bottom ones have to come together. So I'm there now. So you see here's the one where all 3 are coming together as one. You have 1 on each side. So those 3 are the single crochet together. So in, and put the 4 loops together. So just pull through all 4 and then go up the hill. Do you remember what it was when it's on the edge? Okay, so if you just go back and forth, go all the way across just in the same motion, when you get to the side, you just have to go up the hill for single crochet. It was 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, okay, and 5. And the turning chain gets 2 single crochets. So 5 up the hill and then 2 into the very last one. So that is row number 2. You have to keep doing row number 2 in between certain things here in this particular pattern. So let's continue now to row number 3. So let's begin row number 3. Row number 3 is a crisscross, and the crisscross is what's helping to provide the texture as well. So whenever you start the crisscross, you're going to chain up 3. So 1, 2, and 3. And you crisscross immediately, but you have to come back to the same one that you did the chain in. So that's just like putting 2 double crochets into the same one, but we're going to do a crisscross first. So into the next stitch that you want to do is that you want to do a double crochet, and now you come back to the stitch that you skipped, and you just come back. You can either come back from the forward side or from the back, it doesn't matter, and you come back and you just double crochet it like that. Okay, so those 2 just became crisscross. So you skip the next one and then go to the second one after that, and you double crochet, and then you come back and you do the one that you skipped. So if you're going to access it from the front side like I am, always access it from the front side. Don't keep changing it around. So skip the next one, double crochet into the next, and then go to the one that you skipped. So whenever you're on an edge, there will be 3 crisscrosses going down. So the next 3 in a row are in the very base, and those are going to be 3 together double crochets. So wrap the hook, going in, pull through 2. This is the middle one of the base, and then do the same on the next one, and then you have your 4 loops again. So now you're just going to pull through all 4 loops and now work your way back up the hill. So when you're going up the hill, there will be a total of 6 crisscrosses. So skip the first one, double crochet into the next, and then come back to the one you skipped and double crochet. Okay, skip the next one, double crochet into the next, and then come back to the one you skipped. So that's 2 crisscrosses out of 6. So if you want to maintain a count like that, it's up to you. So skip 1 and then come back to the one you skipped. So skipping 1. So I drew a really rough diagram, so rough that I don't want to show you. But just to help me understand Jeannie's counts and stuff, and actually it's really easy pattern to be able to follow along. So you continue all the way, so you can see that you have 2 more stitches left and then the middle. So that means that my stitch count is right. So skipping 1 and then coming to the one I skipped. And at the top of the hill, okay, this is the middle one of the 3, you're going to put in 3 double crochets. So 1, 2 and 3. Okay, so do you see that? So you had 6 crisscross, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and then the top, and then on the edges you only have 3. So let's go down the hill. Okay, so whenever you're going down, skip the first one, double crochet in the next. And as you get more and more used to it, like I am, you can speed up with it as well. So skip the next one, and then go to the one you skipped. So I'd just keep an eye on the number of crisscrosses, so you want 6 sets of them. So when you get to the base, then you just put the 3 together, and then you work up again, so up and down, the same motion going all the way across. So you can see I'm really not counting my stitches, I'm just kind of looking for the sets, but I'm also looking for the indications of where the base is too. So I know I'm working myself closer and closer to that. So there should be 6 sets because I see that I'm hitting the base really soon. So let's count those. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And so the next 3 are going to be at the very base. So we're going to put those 3 together. And then work your way back up the other side. So this is on the edge. So if you were going back up on a major one, again it will be 6 crisscrosses to top and then 6 down and etc. So once you hit to the final edge, then you're just going to continue up. There will only be 3 crisscross sets. You just got to watch that last stitch. It's the only one that you need to really pay attention to. So I'm just crisscrossing. And you only have 2 more stitches left, but you actually have 3 stitches to do. So you go into the furthest one for double crochet, go into the one you skipped, and your very final stitch is in the exact same one that you just were in. So it's that one that is right there. Okay, it's the right edge, and so then that puts that 2 double crochet right onto the edge, just like you started on the other side. So when you flatten it out, it actually looks really quite amazing. So you got a bit of texture here, and with the Caron Cakes you can have a really awesome time. So let's begin now. We are going to work on row number 2 next. So row number 2, do you remember what it was? So turning your work, it's just the single crochet rows. So just chain up 1, 2 singles in the first, and then single all the way down. Okay, so there's a total, going to be total how many? Do you remember? It's going to be 5, but you don't really need to count it, you just look for it. So, but we'll do it anyway. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And so the next 3 are going to be together. So you can see there's one here, the middle, and then the next one. So put those together. And then go up. So there's 12 going up the other side. Again, look for the key signs, and then once you get to the middle one of the group of 3 at the top, there's going to be 3 single crochets, 12 down, put the 3 together at the base, and then I'll see you over here. Okay, so let's meet back there in just a moment. So I'm coming up the other side, and remember that there was 5 single crochets going up the hill. But again, if you're looking for the stitch counts, it's really quite easy to maintain. And then in the turning chain, you're going to put in your 2 single crochets right in the end. So technically we're on row number 4 right now, just finished row number 4. You can see now the texture starting to really jump now that you've finalized the other side of that stitch, and you can see it's going up and down motion just like this. So let's begin. We're going to start with now row number 5. This is the bobble work. Don't let that fool you, it's really quite easy as well. So let's turn our work and go for row number 5. So row number 5, you'll notice in the photograph, let me just pull that up for you so it's easier for you to see. So in the photograph, you'll notice that there's 2 bobbles that go down the hill, and then there's going to be 4 bobbles that go up the hill, 4 down, 4 up, 4 down, 4 down, or 4. So it's all in 4s except for the very edge. So let's begin to do this here. So we're going to chain 2, and we're going to half double crochet into the same stitch, just like you see here. So just half double crochet. So let's do your first bobble. So in the next stitch you wrap the hook, and you're going to put 5 together for double crochet. So pull through 2 and hold it. So do it again. So wrap, same one, pull through 2 and hold. You keep doing that until you get 6 loops on the hook. Okay, this is a 5 together double crochet. And once you get all your 6 done, then just pull through all 6, and that'll bring those together and it will force it to pop out through the back side. So the next 2 are going to be a half double crochet each, and then the next one is a bobble again. So wrap the hook, pull through 2 and hold it, and do that until you get 6 loops on the hook. And once you have all 6, pull through all 6 and it will pop out through the back, and then just double crochet then, or sorry, half double crochet into the next one. So when you did the other one, you had 2 that half double crocheted, and then after this bobble it's just 1, and now the next 3 are going to become together. So in the next one it's half double crochet 3 together. So let's do that. So we're going to wrap the hook, and going into the next one, pull through and hold it. So do the next one after that. So wrap the hook into the next one, pull through and hold it, and then do it at the next one after that. So you end up with a total of 7 loops on the hook. You pull through all of it, and that became 3 together for half double crochet. So let's work our way up it. So this time we're going to do a half double crochet to start, just like there's a half double crochet after this here. So it's a half double crochet and then a bobble. So we do the same thing on this side, so it's like a mirror. So the next one will be a bobble. So wrap the hook, pull through 2 and hold. And you keep doing that until you get 6 loops on the hook. There's your 6, pull through all of them, and then we're going to continue to work up the hill. So let's begin to do that. So we're going to then just do a half double crochet, and then a half double crochet again, and then we just do another bobble. So we're looking for a total of 6 loops on the hook. I now have 5. Get your 6 in, pull through all 6, and then half double crochet the next 2. And then the bobbles again. So keep collecting until you get 6. So the half double crochet kind of buys you space in between the bobbles. That's why it's in there. You have your 6 loops, pull through all of them, and now half double crochet the next 2, and then the bobbles next. So this is the 4th bobble going up. You do get used to this pattern as you're working across. There's your 6 loops again, pull through, and now because you're hitting the top, the next one is going to be a half double crochet by itself, and then you're in the middle. So when you're at the very top of the peak, it's going to be 3 half double crochets into the same one. So 1, 2, and 3. So you can see that the bobbles popped out on the back side. Okay, so let's go down the other side. So it's just going to be a half double crochet to start, and then a bobble. So you're looking for those 6 loops on the hook, pull through all of them, and now the next 2 in a row are just going to be half double crochets, and then the next one is a bobble. So I'm really primarily looking for 4 bobbles going down. As long as I know that I'm getting my half double crochets to separate them, I'm just more worried about making sure I get the right amount of bobbles. Okay, there's my 6, and then 2 half double crochets in a row. So this is 2 bobbles of 4, and we're going to bobble again. Looking for my 6, and then 2 halves in a row again. and then the bobble into the next. There's the 6. And now this is the 4th bobble, so I can see that. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. So after that it's just 1 half double crochet, and then I'm at the base. So remember what we did at the base. So it's going to be 3 half double crochets together. So wrap, going into the next one, pull through and hold it. Wrap, the next one after that, pull through and hold it, and wrap the next one, pull through and hold it, and then just pull through everything, and that was half double crochet 3 together. So now you just keep working up and down your hills. You can see the bobbles are now starting to pop up. So when you're on the very edge, you remember that there's only 2, so there was 4s going on the major hills. There's only 2 on the edge. So to start the first one, we do first is a half double crochet and then a bobble. Okay, and then the next 2 are each a half double crochet, and then a bobble is into the next one. Okay, so we're just pulling it through all 6, and then the very final one, there's going to be 2 half double crochets into the last stitch, and that puts you back in balance. So let's turn this over and see what it looks like. Okay, so you can see the bobbles are now taking effect. Let me just zap down at the camera so you can really see it. So you had 2 bobbles on the edge. You can see 4 going up these major hills, and then 2 on the other side. So now that I've turned my work, we're now going to repeat row number 2. Do you remember what row number 2 is? It's the single crochet row. So it's just chain up 1. It's going to be 2 into the first one, and then the next 5 in a row. So just count it down. So just go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then the next 3 in the middle are going to become together. So what you have to just pay attention to is just put the 3 together. So just going in, and in, and then back up the other side. So there's going to be 12 single crochets until you get to the middle one at the top, and then that's going to be 3 into there, and then 12 down. Put the 3 middle together, and then work your way up. So I'll meet you back over here. So just single crochet yourself across, maintaining the balance of your stitch work. So I'm back on this side to just put 3 together, and remember that there's 5 singles working this way up. So 1, 2, 3, just peel it back if you have to, 4, and 5, and the last one here is going to be 2 singles into that one. So now we have to repeat row number 3. So row number 3, do you remember what it was? It was the crisscross row. So again, you already know how to do this row. So remember that there's a whole established pattern before it does a total repeat. So you chain up 3 to begin, so you skip to the next one and double in, and then go to the one that you were just in to do your crisscross. So if you remember in the crisscross rows when you did this, is that there's 3 crisscrosses going down, you put the 3 together, and then there's going to be 6 crisscrosses going up, and then the top is going to be 12 or 3 double crochets into the same one, 6 down, and then etc. So I'll meet you at the end of this one over here. You already know how to do this because I showed you already before. So continue to crisscross yourself across, and I'll see you at the end of this row. So I'm making my way across, and I'm just crisscrossing as I had been showing you before. Remember, the very final stitch is the one that you have to cross over to begin that last one, and then when you finish that, then you just have to double crochet into that same one right at the very end. So then we're back onto row number 2 again. So row number 2 again is just turning it, and it's a single crochet row, so you get a break every other row pretty much. So just chain up 1 and then 2 singles into the first one, and then 5 going down. The middle 3 are together with single crochet 3 together, 12 up, there's 3 in the top, and then keep on going down. So just continue to do row number 2 once more, and then we're technically on row number 8, and then row number 9, which is the next one, is the very starting one that we had started here, and then the pattern starts to repeat itself over and over. So just do the single crochet across and just maintaining the balance for the up and down as you're hitting the tops and the valleys. So I just finished my single crochet going across. We've done this multiple times now, and now this is the final row. So then you continue to repeat then row number 2 through 9 all over again. So this is the 9th one coming. So this is just a double crochet row. So you just chain up 3 counts as a double crochet and put another one right into the base of it. So you got 2, and then there's 5 double crochets heading down. So it's just like when we started way back in the very beginning. So if this is the end of row number 9, okay, as we continue, so just make sure I get my 5 going down. If this is the end of row number 9, we start at row number 2, and row number 2 is again that single crochet row. When you hit the base, you're just putting the 3 together, and then you head up and you get your 12, and then in the middle one you're going to put in 3 double crochets, 12 going down, and then at the base you put your 3 together again, and then 5 going up, and then 2 right at the very end. And so that concludes that. So you can see this is how we started way back in the very beginning, and this is how we finish. And when we look at it here, you can see that you got a beautiful sequential pattern going on, and with the Caron Cakes, as Jeannie's sample shows, it is truly amazing. So let me just finish this row just for the sake of saying I finished row number 9, and then you just continue to repeat all the way from 2 through 9 all over again. The pattern is free and available on our website as well if you wish to download the PDF in order to make this happen. So I'll see you at the end of this row. So I'm coming up to the end of row number 9, and the last one here is just 2 double crochets into the same one. So now it's just a matter of repeating all the ways 2 through 9. So the next one then is going to be a single crochet row that you saw already here. Crisscross, single, bobble, single, crisscross, single, and then double, and then keep repeating again, single, crisscross, single, bobble, single, crisscross, single, and double. And you can do that for the duration of your entire blanket. So until next time, I'm Mikey. On behalf of the Crochet Crowd, want to give extra thanks to Jeannie for designing this. She did an amazing job, and it's got a lot of great texture in it, and it's very visually appealing as well. So until next time, have a great day. We'll see you again real soon. Bye.